Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club. We're ready for the 2025 Southwest Open Women's Rinks. This is day 2. We're just finishing up the trial ends now. Hopefully we'll have a good day of bowling. Yesterday, the ladies were fighting the rain pretty much off and on all day, but we had a little bit of drizzle overnight, but the sun should be out today. We might have some light clouds, but it should be a good day of bowling. Thanks to Arrow Bowls, we actually have the first sponsor here. So thank you for everybody who's been subscribing and liking. It's paid off, and now we have our first sponsor for the Southwest Division live stream, Arrow Bowls. Same line every time. Thank you to Arrow Bowls for their sponsorship. We'll be telling you more about them as the day goes on. So this first game we have is going to be the third flight semifinal. Both one team was 1-3, the other team unfortunately 0-3-1 with a tie. So it's the 1-3 team is Norma Goodhart, Shelly Cullen, Lisa Kuti, and Diana Wenzel. And they'll be playing against Heather Stewart, Rita Greenberg, Jackie Hogan, and Kelly Lacey. Kelly is subbing for Marina Highland, the Hall of Famer Marina Highland, who is subbing out today. And Kelly, very new bowler, is playing for him. So these teams are just finishing up the last trial end here. It's the last bowls, and then we'll be getting started. So the fours, 14 ends today, and for this they also have the championship flight. So there were 12 ladies teams. The top 8 teams, based on record, moved into the championship flight, and then the bottom 4 teams are doing a single elimination for the third flight title. So we're going to get to see one of these third flights, but then we'll be the finale today will be the actual championship match that we'll have. So here's our. I'm going to start the first end right now, and Team Stewart, Hall of Famer Heather Stewart, skipping this team, and Kelly Lacey is going to be rolling jack here. Right, jack set. First ball by Kelly. The best effort in the world, but it might be a little nervous. She's very, very new and subbing in for Marina Hall of Famer. It's not easy to do. Diana Wenzel, these kind of dark blue bowls. Pretty sure they're Arrow bowls. Decent opener, a couple yards behind. This looks like a better effort by Kelly. Still a little heavy. Yeah, literally might be her first tournament. Oh, best back there. Good one. Just needs to take the weight off. Just about 2.5 yards through. It's a nice adjustment here by Diane. Really got to make your adjustments quickly here with fours. We're only getting 2 bowls. You got to be trying to really be focused when the time comes. And that your first bowl was a good one, and then try and adjust if you need to. There's Jackie Hogan. It's a pretty good bowl here. Just what they needed, yeah. Yeah, right behind. That's a good bowl. Very nice. I asked Jackie beforehand. I said, they're pink, but they look like they're off pink. So what color are they? And she said, technically it's aster. But you'll forgive me if I say pink from time to time. And here's Lisa Kuti. She's got these white and blue bowls, two-tone. Yeah, good line, a little heavy. Lisa bowling with the arm. It just should be the same thing. No adjustment. Hopefully that's the guidance that Heather gave her. Here's the problem is when you're like, you're 2 feet through and you tell your partner, oh, take off 2 feet, and this what can happen is you get off your line as opposed to just trying to do the same thing. It's much easier to try and do that, just to try and do the same thing when you got a good bowl, just get another one just like it. And don't try and go for great. Lisa just wants to take, she had a pretty good load, just wants to take a little weight off here. Yeah, pretty good adjustment here. She drew shot. That's real nice. Real nice there. Great adjustment. Both of these vices have been staying in the head, so they're walking down. So we have 2 crossovers and 4s. Here's Ray Greenberg with her white bowls. And down one. Yeah, nice little, I like that. Nice little approach. Just trying to get something with a little bit of weight since they were down one in the head. I just wanted to try and be a little positive with it. Especially with Jackie behind. Here's Shelly Cohen. Shelly's got these white bowls with like a blue stripe on it. Racing stripe. I was trying to figure out. It looks like it's stickers, but it's not. It's as part of the bowl. So they probably want me to do something similar, just kind of stabbing at the head, just to press on it. But I think she's come very narrow here. Shelly with the draw needs to take the lid off. I do have that one back. The back blue ball is there, so it's just kind of a little too heavy. Really would want to get something in the head. Maybe just want to yard through just to try and draw to that blue ball. All right, that crossover again now. Let the skips go. So the team good hearts holding 1, I believe. And Heather has 3 seconds here, I believe. Rita's in front. Jackie's on the side. And Diane, 2 seconds. That blue one's there. So she does have the shot in 2 seconds. All right, here's Heather's shot. I like the pressing. It's good to have the pressing weight. So it's good that there's good that she was trying to attack it and she was down. There's Norma, just looking to try it. I mean, she could do a little drag and try and drag it to that back blue ball. That'd be pretty good. I like this. That's a good position. Nice little catcher. We're probably going to do the same thing. Going to go a little Jacko ball. First one ended up out of bounds. So, but she's looking to just probably like if she can be like a yard or a couple yards through, just sit that ball out, take the jack. Doesn't have a lot of balls behind, but in the immediate area. But she's down line, so she can get the promotion. That'll help as well. Just gonna be a little wide and tick that one to be a little bit of a closer second. It'll make it a little interesting now for Norma. She's got to be a little careful because she hit that. I mean, it's probably unlucky, really unlucky if she were to flip that jack to the pink ball. She's probably just thinking a draw here and just taking the yard off from the first one and just see if she can get one in here. Pretty good effort. She was jack high. Jack high that just missed. They're going to check the second just to see, just to be sure. I think she did it. All right. 2 of those. Norma did get that second one in. So, Gunnar takes 2 in the first end. And schedule 14 ends.
Just control the camera or put this striking Kelly.
Camera number is that camera 1. What is the number?
Well, Diana's setting the jack. I thank everybody that helped setting up today. Got Gary Hattunen, who's sitting next to me. Playing security guard. Secret Service, making sure nobody comes in here. Good on you, Gary. Steve Lamontes on the camera. Gary Barnes, technical expertise, and big thanks to Joe Lamontes and Sheila Conti and Kelly Warren for their help setting up. And I'm Scott Roberts, doing the broadcasting, doing the commentary, and stuck with me for the day. Good. Diana's first ball, kind of medium jack, and like her to be at least a yard through here. She's a yard short through that first one, just back. These Kelly, she's very happy with the first ones. Looks like she's doing that again. And it's, I think, pretty sure it's her first tournament, so understandable. She's just doesn't want to be short, and you're still trying to find your legs.
Too much smart.
Just kind of the same thing, and just be pressing, trying to press through. Really smacking around here. Yeah, it's gonna work. Almost a chop line around front wall of things. Don't you see that from a lead? Alright. Kelly positive with that one. Again, I think she better off both of them, better off just trying to draw just in the front end, because it'll serve you better in the second, third, 10th end when you're just drawing and drawing and drawing and trying to get a feel for it. You're trying to start pressing and jabbing when you're in the front. It's just not a good recipe for success. It's Lisa. Again, she's a little happy with the first one. That's okay. Again, better to be heavy with the first than short. And you could just adjust and just only have the one adjustment you can make. Jackie. She had a really good ball, first ball last time. It looks like she's got another good one here. That's a really nice. Yeah, that's very well done. Jack high. Jack level. Lisa second. Looks like she switched hands. Yeah, decent, good. Nice little second shot there. I don't mind it. Jackie shouldn't be trying to do anything different. If anything, play through your own ball. Another good one by Jackie. Pretty good. A little shorter than she wanted. I think better should have been playing through her own ball, but still good. Still in the area.
No points of age.
For good one.
It's the other card. It's the other.
It goes on.
Yeah.
It's the fly I was feeling on my head.
Oh.
It's the other card.
She kind of like a little bit of a step she was trying to take. To see, but I think it's just the one down for sure, so I'm going to try and get another. He's reading. Just looking to kind of draw, and it's good here. Yeah, another nice ball. Two. Just looks like she's slow. She didn't even type over very good. So she's got it down and got it on the target line. Just kind of She didn't look like she got it done seriously, so Anna just wants to do the same kind of thing. She can afford to be a little aggressive on that side. Yeah, it's okay. Ends up in a decent spot there.
Is the sound coming through okay? It's got this weird kind of feedback.
Fix one thing.
Yeah, yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
I'm trying to check in and out. It's like, so I heard you put those on.
All right, here's Norma. Again, she's down a couple. Yeah, she's not happy with that one. Really need to be up and kind of through. I mean, it's the right hand, I think. Just trying to come from that side. You come into the white front bowl or to the Astor bowl to the jack and kind of playing through the head on that hand. I think Heather would be better served to be playing on the forehand, kind of follow the other ladies. She's got Jackie there in front. She's got her own bowl in front. She's got the pink bowl in front. Well, she's gonna play the other hand instead. Okay. I think she'd be better off doing the other hand, but she's gonna stick with this hand. Sometimes it's just easier to just be able to play with confidence as opposed to trying to do the pure draw. You got a lot more options for things you can hit, but maybe she's worried about the back a little bit, or she just feels good about having a clean draw. Well, hard to argue with that result. She just wanted to, maybe she felt like, oh, I just do the clean draw and I can get another one in, which I think she did. Not sure what happened with Norma there. She whacked her knee or something. It's okay. Norma's like, oh, please say we didn't get that on from this. We'll just edit that out, Norma, no problem. And we're not live or anything. It's a better effort here.
Nothing stays forever on the internet.
Yeah. All right. Looks like you got a nice shot there. And turn to a couple. I'm just trying to figure out what. Yeah, here's gonna have it. Let's see. So this is where it's good for Heather to see if she would come through on the other hand, and that would have been one of the things. She could have pressed either of those up, but she could also have gotten to those two bowls that are currently the shot, and she could have played through those bowls. And that was one of the other things that was upside. That's why I kind of put one in the back. Instead, she opted for the clean draw, which is not terrible. But now it just kind of left her a little vulnerable in that spot. And with Norma, you knew she was going to come heavy and trying to, now she hit the jack. So my guess is Heather probably going to do the same thing and just make an adjustment. That would be probably the smarter thing to do. And just kind of play on the same hand she just played. Just make a small adjustment to her draw. It's a little zesty here. I don't think that's the right line for that weight. Yeah, probably double check if it's 1 or 2 here. Two more for Team Goodhart. Yeah. So we'll go 4-0. Great shot there by Norma. Well, we won't ever talk about how she hit her knee with her delivery beforehand. Nobody will ever see it. All right, so 4-0 after 2. Scheduled for 14 ends here in this Southwest Open Women's Rinks third flight semifinal. Scheduled for 14 ends. Again, we're seem to be sticking with this Let's see if Diana's gonna. I mean, they've lost 5 ends in a row. No, not gonna do anything different. I think this would be. When you've lost that many ends in a row, you really got to change the mat. You really need to do something. You got to get. I mean, that just shows. I mean, if you're paying attention to the game and what's happening with it, and is it because we're being outdrawn? And if it usually is, I mean, if you lose 5 ends, it's usually you're being outdrawn somewhere along the line by somebody, the whole team. You really need to change something. Just to put the mat in the same spot. And, just, you got to get people off their line. You're better off pulling the mat up 2 or 3 yards, even just something different like that, and see what happens. Especially if, the leads makes a mistake and let you have the mat and let you choose your length. I mean, frankly, if Team Goodhart actually to get the mat, they really should be doing something like that. But, I mean, you got to be paying attention. All right. There's Kelly. Really like to see her get a good draw in. She's been fighting that a little bit. At least she's been behind. That's been the upside. She's been pretty with the line. Now this time she got the weight. That's good, but her line was just a little off. Again, I think she's only been falling a few weeks. So, and Anna Woods, no less, which is very, very different playing on the artificial than here. There's Diana. She's been playing pretty well. Yeah, just short. It's that first bowl. You just really got to be through. That's one thing that Kelly has been doing well is she's been playing. She's been through at least. Yeah. And she got on her line and just kind of over pumped it here. Just a couple yards through. Diana, looks like she's missed her line. She's got pretty good weight. I think she's got good weight on it. Just a couple feet short, actually. I think that might be a first where Kelly ended up physically outdrawing her. Not getting a bump or anything. Jackie got good weight. I mean, Jackie's missing, but I mean, she was just so on it early, but at least she was kind of in the area code. And Lisa has been bad. She's been playing pretty well, but like this year makes some better adjustments. I think that's been the only issue she's had. She just seems to be throwing 2 bulls the same, or she overcorrects. Pretty, it's okay. Just a yard short. Good road. Just needs to add a yard. See if she can do it the next time. It's still wide open for both of the ladies. And Jackie wants to roll her Aster bowls. Just nice little road here, right around the light blue in front. To the head. Just a little too heavy. All right, let's see if Lisa can add this yard. Even Norma's trying to stand right in the camera just to make sure we get a good shot of her backside. But she's really just trying to encourage Lisa, like, here, I want you to come here. So let's see if Lisa can add a yard or 2 to this. It would be a pretty good bowl if she can. This looks really good here. There you go, Lisa. Well done. Very nice. Very nicely done there. Interesting to see what Rita does. I mean, they're just down to 1. And it's odd because of the 2-tone nature of Lisa's. You see that one that's holding is blue, but yet her second one's just the one that's a yard short in front. But that almost looks all white with just a little bit of a blue tint to it because it's like half white, half blue. From the angle, it's weird. Those are both hers. So I think Rita is probably just wanted to be positive. Just, I think even a draw, a nice firm draw, just trying to finish just behind the jack. There's nothing really different here. If you happen to hit this one, you hit it. It's a solid second. I mean, you're up by 4. It's okay. I'd take that. Shelley looking to go the other hand. Let me get a draw around. Got Diana's in front. She gets a little piece of that. Piece of that. I think she just one in, one out, I believe. Yeah. So she just kind of chipped out Lisa's, but took shot herself. All right, here's Rita. Probably just wanted to add a yard on her own, trying to get to her ball and just kind of push it in that last bit. Yeah, she added the weight, just kind of missed the line. All right, is Heather. Now down one. She's been pretty nails. Again, that's the thing you should like to see is that the match is going on, that the heads get tighter, and everybody plays a little better. You're figuring out the rink. That's one of the things that you see that separates kind of the good from the great, is figuring it out as time goes on. What the road is, what the line is. Heather had the line that's just a little short. Normal's also a little short there. She's trying to find in that little pocket. Right. Now there should just be right around it. It's just right around it, that little pocket there, a little pouch. See if she can get one in here. Just needs to find this little gap. Just didn't quite make it. All right, so Norma should be holding one, looking to add another one here. So barring some kind of disaster, they're going to get the mat back. And she just kind of blazed it out everywhere. So it should be one. I didn't see a signal, but I'm pretty sure it's one. So Goodhart gets back on the board after a 5-end drought. So they'll cut it to 8-5 Stewart after 8 ends. 6 ends to go in the Southwest Open Women's Rinks third flight semifinal. Here's what I like to see, and this is what Diana should have really been doing in the last time when she got the match. She's pulled it up a couple yards now. Just something different, trying to get the other team off their line. We're going to go all the way back to the tee here with the jack. All right, here's Diana's first. She's come up a little short here. All right, this will be interesting to see if Kelly can do this one. That's one of the things about if you're constantly playing long. I mean, when the medium length and you're long, you get a back pull. But here, when you're at the tee, long, and you have the danger of going in the ditch. Just needs to miss this front, which he's done. Needs to slow down though. Yeah, it stays up. Not bad. That's pretty good. 1 yard through. All right, Diana really needs to make an adjustment. She needs at least 2 yards, 7 feet. She's added that and then some, I think. This might be going all the way in. Yep, all the way in the ditch. All right, same bull here, I think, by Kelly.
Yeah, they're base. Yeah, I mean, with the way Kellen's been, I mean, personally, I would just say, just do the same bull. Yeah. She's going to be heavy too, and she's in the ditch. All right, here's Lisa. A lot of room to draw still. Yeah, very nice there. Very nice by Lisa. I think he's going to go her forehand here. Pretty much playing her backhand, I think, a lot, so this will be interesting. The inside half of that, she hit it a little too square. Weight was probably good for the draw. She just missed her line. All right. At least it's just the same stroke. Maybe a touch, maybe a freckle more line, but try not to change that delivery. Now the really nice bowl by Lisa. Two good bowls. Very, very well done. All right. Now Jackie's kind of got a pretty big target. I mean, see, Heather's telling her 3 yards, but really her weight was good. She just wrecked into the blue bowl. Her weight was probably pretty good. And now she's kind of overcorrected. She didn't need to make a correction on her weight, and she made a correction on her weight. Now she's in the ditch. All right, here's Shelly. Again, holding a couple. Like to see her get her form. Just seems to be struggling a bit. And Rita can afford to play. I'm sure she'll be playing on her forehand. And just, she's got a pretty, there's a few holes there in between the bulls and the jack. But she really wants to be arriving on that pile and just try and cut this down. Just trying to come around. I mean, you know, no shorter than draw weight. I mean, this is just a little too heavy. And stayed up, but you just want to wait to just, I mean, target just to that middle. The shot bowl would be probably a pretty good target. And Shelly's got a better one here. Just going to come right to those bowls, the last bowls. That might even be in the count. Yeah, I think that's third now. He really needs to drop these. Drop a yard would probably be decent here. I think that'll give her what she wants. It's a pretty good effort here. Trying really hard. Good bull there. And in for shot, according to Heather. At the very least, it's close. Nice pull there by Rita. So now Norma, I mean, she can afford to be a little positive and push that bowl. She's got 2 seconds. She can pop that bowl out if she wants. Back doesn't favor them, so she doesn't want to. Down 2 in the back if it were to go all the way back. So I think she just kind of wants to. Ideally, you'd want to just kind of chip that bowl, hit the inside half of it, and come in. She's just trying to smack it. But you got to get the bowl, not the shot. You can see her Heather would play the other hand. don't know if she wants to. Well, there you're holding, so she could play forehand and come around. I could see either way. Really not going to make it any worse. I mean, they're holding one. It's going to be hard to turn it over. Bull is kind of protecting. Really kind of which hand. It'll look a lot better on that hand, that's for sure. Yeah, coming to the back is not terrible. And just kind of off on the wing. All right, Norma, I think she's trying to just get rid of that ball. Looks like what she's trying to do. This is Diana's her own in front. She missed that. So I guess for Heather, I mean, she's pretty sure that she's got one. It looks close from this angle, and I'm trying, but hard to tell where I'm at. And she was looking right over and was pretty sure that they were holding. Just wants to take a little mustard off the hot dog here. Yeah, just a little too heavy. All right, let's see if they're all sure that it's one. Nope. Shelley's not convinced, so she's going to be measuring it. And Heather was right. So one more for Team Stewart, and they go up 9-5 after 9. Just going to check the comments, see what we got today. So Sean Roney saying hello from Coronado. Hello, Sean. Enjoy you watching. Actually, speaking of Coronado, I know that they're having a celebration for Bill Hiscock over at Newport here, who's like basically founded the Coronado Club. His birthday, Hall of Famer Bill Hiscock turning 100 years old today. And still out there playing. Happy birthday, Bill. All the best, buddy. All right. There's Kelly. So it's 9-5, 4-point lead, 5 ends to go. See if Kelly can take a little bit of this weight off. So in this third flight semi, whoever loses is done for the day. Whoever wins will play the other semifinal team. A good road again by Kelly, just a little too heavy. Let's see if Diana can put the puzzle together with the line and the weight here. Just a little short. Pretty good road, a couple feet. Kelly just drop a little weight. Maybe just take a yard off. And just kind of missed her line. It's one of the things that you do is you're trying to take the weight off and you just kind of short arm it, and then you miss your line. It's pretty common. Diana, just a small adjustment. Just wants to add a couple feet here. I think a solid yard would be nice, finishing right behind. She might take the jack on through here. Yeah, she added in between the two. Pretty good bowls there. Pretty solid. Of course, it gives Jackie a nice little wall that you can use. She's came narrow across the head and short. Yeah. Lisa had 2 really good bowls last time. See if she can add to this head here. Really wants to get something behind his ideal with Diana's 2 short ones. And the count but short. It's really good by Lisa. I like that bowl a lot. It's very nice. Yeah, see if Jagger can get a nice draw here. Find her stroke again. Yeah, this is good. Even hitting the inside half of either one of those bowls, just missed. And she just, like, the green's changed. She's just kind of hasn't found it since the early morning hours. You'll find that after the first few ends, the greens will change. Another nice bowl. Really good by Lisa. Really good adjustment there. That's well done. So there's Rita really kind of put to the test. I'm pretty sure she's 4 down now. Yeah, I think it's just finding that pocket, trying to get to the jack between those 2 bowls. She's got the little wall there that she can use with the blue. She just really wants to make sure she finishes on the other side. Yeah, just not taking enough grass. And she was even pretty heavy with that too. And Shelley's got a good chance to kind of add to this count. She's not going to take enough grass either. Weight's pretty good though. All right, she needs to get into that little pocket. Really want to try and find that Lisa's bowl, I think, is a good target there. You want to make sure you're finishing on that side of the wall. Yeah, she has it taking the grass again. Again, you can see with that weight, if it's just over a couple feet and it hits the inside of that blue, it would finish in the mix there and cut it down. I mean, it's hard to say. It's at least 3 for sure. Here's Shelley. See if she's made the correction here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Pretty good road. Just a little short. Could be 4. Yeah, it's really putting Heather to the test. It might look nasty from the head, but from here it doesn't. From the mat rather. But from being down here, it looked kind of bad. But from the head, it looks like there's a lot of room. It's just easily, and with 3 bowls like that, you have that nice little wall that you can make use of. That you can try and draw off of and hit coming around. All right, well, I think they're at least 3 down, maybe 4. Could even be 5. So really putting Heather to the test here. I like to really, this is the time to be a hero, not a superhero. Just really cut this down. Wants a nice draw. She had the right grass, just too heavy. She'd be better off just trying to, just to draw weight. But I mean, you don't want to be short with the first one, so making the adjustment. And Norma really wants to try and make it harder for her, but don't make it easier for her by putting a short one in that she could wick off of. This is really nice by Norma. I like this a lot. That's a very good bowl by Norma. Right. Heather put to the test here, probably at least 4 down. Just wants to drop a little weight. Playing really, really well. Trying really hard here. She got the weight to get all the way up. Okay, she put one in the mix. She might have cut it to 3. We'll see. And Shelley's having a look there. This is a good effort by the second one. I think it's 3. And I mean, the fact that it was worse and she cut it down with that. And Norma just doesn't want to hit Heather's bowl. That's all she wants to do is just not hit Heather's bowl and make it. Wants to go right around it. And she hits it. That's not good. Yeah, she hit it, and that's not what she wanted to do. Hopefully she didn't do any damage. I think it's 2. Yeah. So that was not what Norma wanted to do. So it went from 3 to 2. So 2 for Team Goodhart. So it's 9 to 7 now. But I mean, that was the danger. Norma really didn't want to come Just didn't want to touch that ball. Should have been better off without doing that. So, 4 ends to go. Team Stewart 9, Team Goodhart 7. Again, our thank you to Arrow Bowls for sponsoring us, our first sponsor. And they're looking at I think they're having a little issue with thinking the jack was in, it's out, it's in, I think it's in. And again, thank you to Arrow Bowls. Same line every time. We have that Harbor Bridge trajectory to give unparalleled accuracy, even in the wind. They have luxury bowl bags designed for the game. They've made over 400,000 sets. They have more world champions using them than any other brand currently. Well, Arrow Bowls, thank you for your sponsorship. Again, they come in over 65 colors. It's quite a lot, and we've got a few Arrow Bowls on the green here today. You know, two-toned and with stripes and speckles, and they'll do any logo you want. And again, they have the half sizes, as we've mentioned before. So again, thank you to Arrow Bowls. So I guess we determined that the jack was no good the first time. So now we're doing I think they're checking to see if this is long enough. So they're going to go for try and get a tape to check this second one. Diana's ready to go, but all right. So they're going to check this length. Magic distance is 68 feet, 10 3/4 inches. And the jack must completely clear that. So you'll see Jackie put one end on the front of the mat, and then after they've centered it, so it's got to completely clear that mark. As Heather's saying, it's good. Probably not by much. So this should be a very, very, very short jack. So we'll see how the ladies adjust. We haven't had really any short ones. And again, you see you're trying to decelerate and you miss your line. That's what I think Diana did there. It's not a bad ball, not bad, but I mean, for as short as it is, I think she missed her line. Just didn't seem like a turn, and she had a little wobble to it. So, but it, it ends up okay. This will be a challenge for Kelly. She's really been struggling with weight. She's really blazing it. Let's see if this helps. Going to something short, maybe it's a different stroke. She'll find the magic here. Look at this. I guess so. Easily the best bowl of the day for Kelly. That's really well done. Had a good time for it. Here's Diana. Just wants to get to be a little bit smoother with the release here. That's all right. Get something behind. Now let's see if Kelly can do it again. Probably a little more at home for her since she's, the Good Woods has an artificial. It's much faster. So these short ones might even be better. She might be just kind of overcorrecting. She's been trying to play long for those other bowls. So see if she can do a second one. That first one was just a stunner. Yeah, that's a good one. There's nothing wrong with that. You got one on the jack, a toucher, and another one a couple feet behind. Maybe a yard, 4 feet behind. Pretty good. These are kind of in Lisa's line, so they're trying not to be in her camera sight, and then also not in the line for the bowlers. So Lisa's been playing very well now. There's another great bowl by Lisa. Very well done there. Heather's having a look-see measure, she says. All right. Jackie probably should be playing that same hand that Lisa just played and just try and play through it. You can afford to be positive here. Come to the bowl, the jack. You even got your own that's there. Coming underneath would be good. It's the inside half of that. Yeah, that's well done. Very nice. Again, that's the advantage of just being like a, kind of yard through. That's, at least it just wants to kind of put it back so you can return the favor and play the similar kind of shot. But you'd be better off just kind of trying to do something very similar. Not bad here. Very nicely done. Is she going to stick around? Just kind of drifted along behind. That's a good bull, though. Turned the head over a little bit, but I mean, they were 2 down and she made it 1. Kind of putting Jackie in a weird position. Jackie doesn't necessarily have to switch hands, but she's choosing to. I think she'd be better off as playing the same hand she just played and then just kind of playing through Kelly's, which is that blue bull in front. She would probably play the same hand because that's what she played before. But she, she switched hands and then she, essentially it's a blank that's in the back. I think she would have been better off playing that same hand, just tightening it up and coming into that light blue bull of Kelly's that's in front. That's the shot bull and playing into it. I think that would have been much better. Or floating it around. But. All right, here's Shelley. They're down 1. I think they're definitely looking to have a draw on the forehand here. Got a bull behind. Yeah, just way too heavy. Interesting. Rita's going to play the same hand. It's interesting because they have 2 bulls there that neither team wants to really push in, and it looks like a wide open draw on the forehand here. So, because they have the Norms, they have Kelly's bull in front for one team, and Diana's bull on the running service for the other team. All right, here's Shelley. Just wants to drop the weight, get a nice draw. This looks really close here. Looking really good. Great bull by Shelley. Yeah, it should be in for shot. Here we go, Shelley. Rita doesn't need to change too much, I don't think. Good effort here, trying really hard, coming to the shot hole. Yeah, well done. Very nice, Rita. Again, just playing that, just that little yard over, just an arriving shot. You don't need to be short. There's no need to fine tune it and get yourself in your own way. She just played it with the yard over. So, great bull there. So, pretty sure they're down. It's at least hard to tell with the angle whether it's 2, but it's at least 1 down. And Norma's probably looking to come through, get to the shot ball on that side, or take the jack and pick it up and drag it to her 2 behind. Might have weaseled in for shot. Might have kind of rocked in there. Yeah, I think she did. Norma ended up getting shot. All right, so Heather now down 1. Just looking to get the same kind of thing. Just look at a pure draw. She's got a nice low wall there. Yeah, just a little too heavy for that line. Norma probably switching over to the forehand and trying to see if she can. You had the forehand before, but just came narrow and kind of weaseled in, kind of hit and sticked in. This is a little bit better, made it a little closer. Definitely one in, one out there. So Heather's probably going to try and find that ball. The weight's okay for it. Just trying to get to that ball. Probably just a draw. I think she's just the one down, I believe. So I think Regis the ball that she's sitting on. She's got to be careful not to drag it too far because she's 2 down in the back there. Don't think this is going to make it. Just kind of hanging out. Yeah. So it's one more for Team Goodhart. They're closing the gap. So it's Stewart 9, Goodhart 8 after 11 with 3 ends to go. So thank you all for watching. We'll have more games later today. Be bowling all day today. There'll be ultimately 3 14-end games that the ladies will be playing. I have to double check on the gold medal match. Sometimes they have that gold medal match be 16 ends. We'll check that when the time comes when we get to the afternoon. But this one's 14 ends and it's 9-8 right now. Seeing the bowling pick up, which you would expect. Again, fours is a tricky game. All right, here's Diana with her first. And just a little short, bowl in the head. Really was happy to see Kelly had a really good head lost in. Just that first bowl was an absolute stunner. And she's going to go right around everything. Not bad. Yeah, not bad on the weight there. Yeah, Diana can make her adjustment. Ideally, just wants to finish right behind. And just to the side. Good pull there. And see, the thing, as we're getting a little bit longer with the jack, I mean, this is more like a medium long length, and it's, you see it's turning a little bit more on that. Everything's kind of hanging on that side, so you're seeing the, I mean, if Kelly sticks to this forehand here, it's just not turning as much, especially at the end. And then for those that are playing the other hand, the backhand here for all these later then it's turning a lot more. Yeah, Kelly got another one. That's not bad. And again, they're just a yard through and maybe at most 4 feet in good position. And there's Lisa. She's really been you know, kind of what you would expect as the game's gone on. She got better and better and better. She's trying to inch this one forward. She thinks she came up short, and she is correct. Getting quite through it. Interesting choice here. Heather thinks she can get through. I mean, it's pretty clean open hand on the backhand, but opting to have her go forehand with these 2 bulls here. Just really heavy. Actually chipped that bull right next to the jack. And that was the danger. I mean, it was in the draw line, so it's usually why you try and take the open hand, especially the front end. Interesting. Lisa switching, and I don't think she should. She doesn't need to. But she is. See if she gets the weight this time. Pretty good bull there. Another nice bull by Lisa. Yeah, Jackie's going to play the other hand, and now the problem is now she's, you know, she's just kind of, you know, it's the educated guess. She doesn't, not making an adjustment. She's making a totally new bull here. Yeah, she was heavy with the first one and short with this one. So again, that's the I don't know, but maybe it's a personal thing, but I think for, especially at the front end for the first two, you just play two on the same hand. And in the backhand, it gets a little more, you know, you kind of have to because you're up against the wall. You kind of have to just do what it says. But, you know, it's like, well, I have to play forehand, I have to play backhand, you know, whatever it is that needs to happen, and maybe you have to switch. But your front end, you should never switch. It should be extremely rare. All right, Shelley's been playing a little bit better. She's having some good bowls. This looks like another pretty nice bowl. Yeah, another nice bowl by Shelley. That's well done. She seemed to have, like, she's loosened up. She's getting down a little bit better. It's coming off her hand a lot smoother. And you can see the results. She just seemed like she was either stiff or fighting it early on. She seems to have settled in nicely now. Let's see if Rita can draw this all the way around. Down a couple. Down 3 in the head, I think. Yeah. Shelley did the same thing. So now it's Team Goodhart that's won 2 ends in a row. I mean, it's weird. They've won 2 and then lost 5 in a row, and then since then they've outscored 4-1. Yeah, Shelley not able to do it again, but another good bowl. Good bowl in the head. Heather, I think, is saying we're 5 down. We really need something up here. It's not the time to be short. Is going to come in. She even hit her own will help. She might do it. Yeah, that's well done. That's able to cut it down, I think. It's definitely not 5 anymore, that's for sure. One of the things that try in situations like that when you know, don't be a superhero, be a hero. Just be a hero first. You're 5 down. Let's just try and work on cutting it down. Let's get a bowl in the head. Let's cut it to. Let's not try and make the shot here, especially if you got other shots to come. You know, you've got more bowls behind you, partners behind you. Let's just get one in. Let's cut it down. Let's not make it, you know, 6 down or 7 down. Let's just try and get it to a couple, and then we can try and be a superhero and make the primo shot. So, right, so here's normal. Again, I think she's just looking to draw here. She's pretty narrow. She's going to miss everything and kind of come through the pockets. So they've got to be a little careful here. Heather and Rita are talking it over, what it is they want to do. I think that's not a bad call, what Rita's saying right there, to try and come through on her forehand if she thinks she can get around it. It's just tricky with those front 2 bowls, whether you think it'll turn and make the gap and then come between those bowls and come to the jack. That'd be what you could do on the forehand. If she comes on the backhand, she's probably having to either rest the shot ball out or hit off of the front white ball and trying to get in. See what she sees. Yeah, this will be good for Rita to give her a foot. Yeah, she's going to try this forehand, see if she can go around those front bowls and then underneath the next bowls to try and get to the jack. And Heather's got a pretty good bias on hers. It'll turn her aces. All right, it's away. Let's see if she's got it. Past the front ones. It's going to get underneath the back ones. Just a little square. Just a little too square. Just missed it, but she had plenty of room in the front, so we'll see. All right, Norma's going to play that same role. She's going to go forehand as well. She can try and get in her way, or really just wants to try and get another shot in here. Very heavy. Took Lisa's ball in front, kind of all the way around. All right. Well, I think it might be 2 down here. Depends, because she might have flicked that one in. It's a little less grass, and she can afford it because that blue white ball is out of the way now. So she's liking it. She's staring it down and walking after it. She's not far away here. Not far away. Oh, really good bull. Really good bull. Just a short, maybe a foot short is all. Or 2 feet short. Another 2 feet and shoot it in. As it is, it looks like it's 2 down. Now they're going to measure for 3. So Team Goodhart will be taking the lead here, winning their 3rd end in a row. Getting at least 2, and they're going to check to see if it's 3 or 4 here. Heather was very close with that. Looks like they're having a little debate here. We might need an umpire with the way it's going. Oh, and here's Mary Speece is already right there. So she was kind of giving her an eye, so she's going up there. So after this end, Goodhart will have the lead with 2 ends to go. It's been an interesting game. They were up 4-0, and then Team Stewart won 5 ends to go up 8-4. Then they traded ones, 9-5, and then with a 2 and a 1 and at least a 2 here, maybe a 3, shoot, maybe a 4. So it's just 2. So it's a 1-point lead for Goodhart with 2 ends to go. Winning this game will play in the final next. And then the loser will be enjoying some fine party gifts. Again, thank you to Arrow Bowls for sponsoring our broadcast today and all week for the Southwest Open. We've got the women's 4s. And then in a couple days, we'll have finals for the women's pairs. And a couple days after that, we'll have the finals for the women's singles. And we'll be covering all day during those days. So we'll be getting similar to today, like a lower flight semi or quarter, so we can stay on a single rink. But then the last broadcast of the day will be the championship match. So we'll be showing you the championship match for the women. I know that the Bulls USA live streaming crew is doing the men. So they're all the men are having all their events at Long Beach, and the ladies are here at Laguna Beach, and then there'll be Newport Harbor on Monday and Tuesday, and then Laguna Woods Wednesday and Thursday. So that's our broadcast schedule. We'll be bringing you the final Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. Here's Diana's first bowl, 2 ends to go, and that's what you want to see from your lead. That's a really, really good bowl. So our lady's got 4 bowls left. Well, Kelly's it must be warm. She got rid of the shirt, overshirt, dressing in layers. Play well for her to have a little jack or bull shot here. It's a pretty good opener. Starting to see it from Kelly. It's starting to just her head's. She's been a little bit tighter with everything. A little bit tighter. It's good. Good to see. I think the short ones that she had when she really kind of hit the jack really gave her a little confidence. It seems like it. She seems a lot more confident. All right, here's Diana second. Just really wants to do something similar. She can afford to be through. She, one on the jack, one on the back. And that's what she's kind of got here. Missed her line a little bit. I think she had better serve to just kind of keep playing through and sticking the line. Don't be afraid of it. Just put another one in. Kelly had a great first bowl. Just a touch more grass. I think that's what the Hall of Famer Heather Stewart is telling her. I don't think she did it. I think she decelerated there a little bit, and so she missed short. Short and narrow. Here's Lisa. Lisa's really, that's kind of been, in my mind, I think what I've seen is that the kind of the back end. Diana's been pretty solid the whole time, but now Lisa's gone from being good to great the last couple lands. Shelley kind of found her form. She was really struggling early, and now she's had some good bowls. Norma's been chipping in when she's needed to, but it's been mostly Shelly and Lisa have been been the ones that have been turning this around the last few ends, helping them win their 3 in a row here, give them the lead. And 4 out of the last 5. And Jackie was just interstellar, has been kind of having to switch hands and is kind of getting off her rhythm. I mean, she was easily the best player in the first 4 or 5 ends. But she's kind of fell off a bit and needs to really kind of get back to finding it. Here's a chance for a jack or bowl shot here. And that's a good effort. Really close second. And it'll be good to see Jackie get to play 2 on the same hand. She's had a couple times where she just kind of switched for whatever reasons. Now, Lisa probably wanted to draw coming to the pile of 2 bowls right there, the pink and the blue. Just all the way up. Don't be afraid of it. Come all the way down. Looks like another good bowl by Lisa here. Really, really good. Really good bowl there. Heather giving her the right idea. Just say, look, you just need to come to those 2 bowls. I think that splitting between the 2 bowls is a good target. Keep it that same weight. Stay positive. Be up to the head. It's a good effort here. Trying really hard. Well, got the 1 out. And set up nicely. Now you've got a nice little wall of Esther on that side. See, the unfortunate thing with Kelly on that side there is I don't know if it's in the road or not, but it's kind of in the eye at the very least to wanting to play anything on the forehand to try and do a drag to the Asher Bulls of Jackie. So Shelly should be trying to come. I think she's trying to come to that pile of those 2 bulls on the side that are away. And she's kind of missed her line behind, but that's not the end of the world. All right, Rita's going to give it a shot and see if she can come underneath. And it's not so bad to do this early because even if she hits it, hopefully she gets it out of the way if she happens to be too high. But we'll get an idea of the line here. She's not far away. The jack would be great. Oh, just missed. All right, Shelly be well served to come to that white bull, the second shot. That's really what she needs to do. Even to float behind it and get between it and the pink. Getting in a little triangle would be ideal. That would be very good for them. This is pretty good effort. It's not bad. It's in the area there, just behind. Rita looking to try and do it again, see if she can get to that shot bowl or a little drag on it, on the jack to flick it over. He's in the area again, trying hard. Great shot. Well done. Rita Greenberg with a great shot, turning that head all the way over. Just a nice controlled shot, just a couple yards of weight, something she knew she needed to put a little pace on it to get underneath the blue so she could just kind of like straight draw it. She knows she wants a couple yards, and she really wasn't even close. It wasn't really in her line. She didn't let it affect her, and she hit the target. She could have gotten away with flicking the jack too, so that would have helped her. But a great, great, great shot, especially at a time when you need it. Now here's Norma, really kind of wants to get a draw in. See if she can get one around. Norma's trying. Just hit the outside bowl, not the inside one. Probably still 2. The ladies having a little chat here. It's a good time to be thinking a few moves in advance just to see what your danger is here. So they're holding 2, and they do have a little bit of no big pockets of points against. Norma's only got 1 bull left. Heather really, I mean, I don't see a big, I mean, the only bad thing is if the jack, if they play, your opposing team plays backhand and flicks the jack and gets it to between those two white and blue balls on the side. It'd be really unlucky for that to happen. Or lucky if you're wanting to do it. So I think Heather's probably better served to just try and just do a draw. Pick whichever hand she likes. She's gonna, forehand is obviously a little bit safer, but just don't know if she's concerned about that ball in front. But really it's just a draw, and you really want to stay high here. You're better off coming to that white and blue ball versus flicking the jack that way. Yeah, she's definitely played it safe and coming off to the side here. Just kind of covering the corner. It did have a little bit of danger there with Diane, as if Norma, you know, who's not afraid to come with weight when needed. So looks like they're trying to, yeah, again, you see how Shelley's kind of like I said a minute ago, because I think this team is wanting to come backhand and try and either come to those white balls to get shot, or they could tick the jack and they could flick it to the blue and white ball that you can just see. It's a third shot right now. Flick it to that, or the one that go all the way over to the side that's about, you know, jack high, jack level or so. So definitely playing the backhand here. Let's see what she gets. And it doesn't look like it's too far away. Might be a little high. All right, now Heather's pretty sure holding two, so now she just wants, now she's going to go the same hand. Just nope, she's, yeah, I was going to say you're better off sticking with the hand you just played, Heather, and just making a little correction. See if you can get a third one in. Probably looking to draw to the third shot bowl. I think that would be a good, into that little pocket in the pouch there. Just come into that blue and white bowl. She's not far away from it. Hit the inside of the jack, if anything, just a little tick. Yeah, that's real good there. I think that's three. That's really good there. I'm going to double check that third one. I'm pretty sure it's three, but I don't see how that's going to be anything else. I think all the rest, I mean, Kelly's might be four. Yeah, they're going to check this fourth one out. So it's at least three for Stewart, so they'll take at least a 2-point lead going into the last end, but they're going to check and measure this fourth ball. This one of Kelly's and on the side here against, I think on this Norma's bowls or any of these bowls that are here on this side. Three it is. So 12-10, so Stewart with the big end there, the biggest end of the match. We've only had ones and twos, got a sign of a good match, ones and twos, but now we got a big three there. Again, big, just a really well played hand by the whole team. I saw Kelly and Jackie get bowls in the head. You see Rita make a nice conversion, and then Heather just add to it. But Rita had the big shot there to turn over, but part of it is because she had a lot of balls she could work with from the front end. It's a very good, that was a very team win there, the way they set that all up. All right, so 2-point lead going home. Last end of this Southwest Open Women's Fours third flight semifinal. Brought to you by Aero Bowls, same line every time. And Kelly with their opener. Again, you don't mind this. Something behind's okay, and then just trying to come back from that. Diana's been pretty solid the whole match. Really could use some help from her now. Nothing short. You need two here. Yeah, not what you want there. All right. I really like to see Kelly. Last bowl of the match. I really like to finish with a positive note. I like to have something to build off of. can take the 2 yards off here. Very good there. Very good there. Just missed her line a little bit, but great weight. Again, the deceleration, short narrow bit. That's what hurt her. All right, Diana really needs to be up and through. My guess is there'll be overcorrection. She'll be very heavy here. Well, she's going to smack her own instead. All right. Yeah, I mean, they need two, and they don't really have a lot of options. Go Hertz team. And Jackie just wants to keep the pressure on and see if she can get some balls, close the gap on it. Yeah, that's all right. Gives them something on that side, you know, in the area. And Lisa's kind of wide open draw. I don't think she got through that. I think that's going to be short. It's one of the things you can't do with an arm is to have that last stop be don't be too heavy, because then it's just really crippling. When you have when you're just doing an arm, you know, just your hand, you know, natural, and you don't really have that much of a problem with it. But when you're using an arm, and if you try and decelerate, it's really going to take all the momentum and suck it right out, and you finish very, very short. And Jackie's just going to play the same hand and just try and make an adjustment here. See if she can slide or not, which she did. See how her weight is here. Pretty good bowl. That's really well done. It's a big pressure bowl by Jackie Hogan there. All right. Lisa just finished the stroke. She's been playing really well. That was very much an aberration. There you go. That's a nice little delivery there. She got through that one. Unfortunately, it's going to be a case of, ooh, it slid around it. I thought she was going to hit her own for sure. All right. Well, at least she got a second, but second or third, probably third. But they pretty much controlling the head. I mean, that's one of the things when you're two down, you really need balls in the head or behind the head, and Team Goodhart doesn't have anything. They got that one on the side, and you need a two. That's not really helpful. And they just don't want to make it any easier for them. And just try and get another bull in the head. I mean, Jackie's bull is really a pretty, you know, it's a dagger. That's a really tough one. Right, they're just kind of, it's a bull. It's kind of plugging that wide to go around, so. Norma's trying to get her to use those bulls as a guide, see if Shelley can come through. She let that one go funny. I wouldn't be surprised if this is narrow. It just like she dropped it. Like it came out of her hand. She didn't like roll it. It was like she just kind of let it go. That's what she was kind of doing earlier, and I got a good look at it this time. Let's see if Rita gets a better pass this time, gets through it. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, not Kelly's up for two. Let's see if, again, Shelley last ball, trying to be nice and through there. Like a little bit better. Like a better stroke. Just going to miss in the line. Again, she switched hands, so it's gotten really close. Just need a couple more feet. All right, it'll be up to the skips, but I think Team Stewart's holding a couple right now. Just having a look to see where they should be taking an eye. Look where your danger is. Where are they going to get to? That's where the problem is. You got they only got from Jack high and behind. I think they've got like two bulls, and that's it. They really are controlling. You know, Team Stewart's kind of controlling this head.
Running it through here. Your weight perfect.
I think the main thing is Heather just doesn't want to push any of the opponent's bulls up. It's really, I mean, they The only danger they have is really way off to the left, kind of where Reed is standing, like literally in that, the jack squirts all the way over. That's about the only danger they really have. That's the only pocket that they have of bulls, is way off the center line. So she can just go ahead and draw there if she really wanted to, but I'm guessing she's just going to draw into the head. I mean, you don't want jack moving or anything. You got it in pretty good shape here. It's finishing nice and high and not around anything. Yeah, look at this. This is a great bull. Really nice bull there. That's well done. It should be 3 now. Norma's, she's got to try and find a 2, and it doesn't have a lot of help here. Things she can use. I think she's going to pretty much has to get into this pouch here and try and get something. Wow, got second out of it, I think. And now there's a little bit of a hope. Norma's got a chance if she can grab the jack and knock it to the second one. So I just don't want to make it any easier for her. You've got everything in the back. And they're probably just going to do the same bull here. She's probably not going to overcomplicate it, and it would be helpful. She can afford to be a little bit narrow when it comes to the yellow bull, and take that away or hit her own and flick it over. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, Norma's really only chance is to try and grab the jack and somehow keep it with that one. So she could do a draw, come off. Oh, she's switching hands. I don't know how this is going to happen. I don't know how she's going to get through. It looks like she's just kind of going heavy and hoping for the best here. But she's going to... Well, she was kind of trying a little chop lie. Don't know if she got there. Interesting shot. She's trying to hit that one in front. So, but one more for Stewart, and then win this match 13-10. Big 3 points on the 13th end and a real solid end there on the 14th. So, win for Stewart, Lacey, Greenberg, and Hogan. For Goodhart, Cohen, Kuti, and Wenzel. So, Stewart and company will move on to the final for the 3rd flight. We'll be back with the 2nd flight semifinal from our crew here. And I'm guessing it'll probably be based on, I'm looking at the other rink just to see what's going on. And probably be, I don't know if they're stopping for lunch now and to get the word, who knows. Well, probably check in with if you wanted to check that 2nd flight match, check in about a half an hour or so. I think that'll be fair. Otherwise, for all our crew here that you see on the screen, thanks very much. And again, thank you to Aero Bulls, and we'll talk to you in a minute.